Yes, what is it?
Leave me, mortal. Your words speak quickly. Go.
Hi.
I bet you don't like...
Speak, citizen.
Always a pleasure.
Well, well, you've experienced both shades of madness. Wonderful. You seem fulfilled. Full of fill. Bursting at the seams. Seamless. Now, to the meat of your endeavor. The crux of the situation. The reason for your being here. And the likely cause of your death. You'll be stopping the Grey March, altering the course of events, breaking the cycle! A fly in the ointment, a new cause for a different effect. We're going to change things. No! Things will be different this time around. You'll be my champion. You'll grow powerful. You'll grow to be... me. Prince of Madness, a new Sheogorath. Or you'll die trying. I love that about you. A fair question. You won't really. At least I don't think so, but you'll have power. My power. Try not to lose it, it's a pain to replace. But for all intents and purposes, you'll be me. A me to fight the him, since I won't be around. It's simple, really, if you don't think about it. Because you seem a nice enough sort, and you've made it this far. And if you don't, I'll swallow your soul and vomit it into the ever-filling chamber pot of the ageless. But mostly because I asked nicely. Well, not here. Didn't I say that? I'm never here when Jiggalag walks. It's one of the rules. I've told you too much for now. Listen to me. Prattle on. I can see your mortal brain straining. We'll talk more later. Now, you've seen the great torch that burns brightly over New Sheoth. No, because it doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. You'll fix that. You'll go to Sylarn and bring back the Flame of Agnon to relight the torch. Oh, and take care with my minions at Sylarn. In their eternal quest to please me, they're constantly fighting over Sylarn. It can be tiresome, but really, it's divine. Divinely tiresome. Well, that's your problem now. Off with you. I don't want to see you again until the great torch is lit. I wouldn't want to have to hurt you much. Oh, don't forget to make use of dear Haskell. Between you and me, if he's not summoned 3 or 4 times a day, I don't think he feels appreciated. That's where you're going to get the Flame of Agnon. Do you listen to anything I say? Do your ears work? If not, I can find use for them. Go and fetch the flame. Bring it to the Cecellum. Light the great torch. How are you going to be me if you can't even do what me tells you? It's what's used to light the great torch. Haven't we covered this? You'll find it in Sylarn, guarded by my saints and seducers. The great torch shines brightly above New Sheath. A beacon of hope for all the citizens. Except it doesn't! It's gone out! Happens every time the Grey March begins, which it has. Makes all of my subjects uneasy, tense, homicidal, some of them at least. We need to get that torch relit before the place falls apart. Aren't you the curious one? You know what they say about curiosity, though, don't you? It killed the intrepid adventurer who really should just be doing exactly what I say at all times! You're going to stop the Grey March by becoming me. Or a version of me, where you'll be powerful. Powerful enough to stop Jigalag. He's on his way. So I'm on my way out. It's terribly inconvenient, don't you think? You're going to stop him, though. And the first thing to do is to make my people feel safe. Otherwise, they tend to go work for him. It's annoying, to tell the truth. A bit hurtful. But they do it every time. Join up with the enemy and become priests of order. They're the worst of all. My own subjects, working for the enemy. It's enough to make an old Daedric prince get all weepy. It doesn't help that they're the ones who make the obelisks work. A little chanting, a little ritual, and poof, Knights of Order. Bad news. Kill them when you see them. But don't touch the corpse until they're really dead. Which they aren't until you deactivate the obelisk. They're getting more active every day. Not a good sign. You know what would be a good sign? Free sweet rolls! Ho ho ho! Who wouldn't like that? Shut them down where you can, and make sure to kill the priest you see around them. If you don't, they can reactivate the obelisk. Ta! Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
Yes, is there something you require? The flame of Agnon can only be lit by the immortal servants of Sheogorath, the golden saints and dark seducers of his creation. In normal times, Sheogorath would simply command it, and his servants would leap to sacrifice themselves upon the altars of rapture and despair. But alas, the times are not normal, and Sheogorath has given you this task without the authority to command it. I'm afraid you may have to be a little bit clever. Ah, the Great Torch. It is a symbol of Sheogorath's power and a source of great comfort for the citizens of New Sheath. Unfortunately, the torch has gone out. For eternity, this has heralded the start of the Grey March. Lord Sheogorath, in his wisdom, wishes for you to relight the torch to help ease the worries of the populace. It is underway, but my lord does not wish for you to confront it directly yet. First, the realm and its citizens must be attended to. Yes, he will soon march across the land, destroying all that stands in his path. It's a frightening prospect. Many of our citizens are delicate. They can't cope with the prospect, and they defect to the forces of Jigalag, becoming priests of order. A bad lot. Traitors. You'll find them near the obelisks that dot the land. They perform rituals at the obelisks to summon knights to the realm. Their link to Jigalag gives them power. As long as their obelisk is active, they cannot truly be killed. I fear they grow in power as the Grey March progresses. More and more Knights of Order make their way into the Isles. The Priests of Order are the key. They summon the knights at the obelisks. A glorious existence, truly.
Imperial do not waste time chatting with more.
Make this brief. I have a pot of grumite gumbo simmering on my fire at home. Goodbye.
Yes. I might be willing to part with a few things, if the price is right. Goodbye.
What can you possibly see in her? She spends more time cutting herself than swinging a hammer. I'm sure I have something here you can use. What can I make for you today? An archer needs strong arms. I bet you could hold back that bow for quite a long time. Couldn't you, love? What is your Mama always said, you can tell a lot about a man by the sword he carries. How can I help you? As you wish. You see, I am the master smith of New Sheath. Don't bother with that other smith in town. It is... What are you... Now, you know what they say about the size of a man's boots. What are you... That's a big chest you've got there. You need any help getting this thing on? How can... You know what they say about the size of a man's... How can I... Here you... What... Don't know what... How can I... You'll... How can I... You want some... How can I... As you wish. Bye, dear. It is good to... I'm sure I have something here you can use. That seems fair to me. I can accept that. You've got a good deal there. That seems fair. That seems fair to me. You've got a good deal there. That's a good deal. You've got a... Seems a fair... That's a good... I can accept that. You've got a good deal there. If you need anything else, you know where to find me. Goodbye.
Speak, citizen.
Spread the word. The world is coming to an end. But it's nothing to worry about. The Elytra have wondrous poisons that can drain the very life from you. Find comfort in your powerlessness.
Speak quickly. Go.
The altar of rapture will be ours. State your business. Cylon is holy ground, unfit for mortals. Then you are free to enter the shrine of the flame of Agnon. This key will allow you passage through any door in Cylon. The flame is lit from the shrine's 2 altars. Once the Orioles are driven out of Cylon, it will be our pleasure to light the flame for Sheogorath. The Grukedric Ulfri will explain everything. You should speak to her at once.
Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Sylarn. My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazal would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture. My soul for Sheogorath. It is on the east side of Sylarn, which we hold for Lord Sheogorath. The Armazal has her command post there. That's what we call ourselves, the most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath. The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure the Armazal will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the Altar of Despair. Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Sylarn, which is controlled by the Maskin. The Maskin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it. She commands the Orioles here at Sylarn. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Brellock to end this stalemate once and for all. Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles. The treacherous ones, the dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud. Go.
What is it, emissary? The counterpart to the Altar of Despair. Rapture is currently held by the Orioles in their complacency, but that will soon change. Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm. The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, the Orioles hold rapture for now. You should speak to the Grarkedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Sylarn of the arrogant Orioles once and for all. You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Maskin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants. She is the Grarkedric, commander of the Maskin here at Sylarn. She has never yet been defeated by the Orioles, despite their strength. For Sheogorath's glory.
Sheogorath's blessings upon you.
My scouts reported no signs of the Maskin in the Underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armazal, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
Hail.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside. My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Mazkin scum from Cylon. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us. Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Mazkin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Mazkin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnon for my lord Sheogorath. The only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Mazkin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Mazkin out of Cylon once and for all? Ah, Meule's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Mazkin had prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play. The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars. Once we capture the altar of despair from the Mazkin, it will be my great honor to light the flame for Lord Sheogorath. Go.
Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Mazkin out of Cylon? My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armasul cannon wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Mazkin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kenna would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat. She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Mazkin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Mazkin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Kanna see that. It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service? For Sheogorath's glory.
My soul for Sheogorath. For Sheogorath's glory. My soul for Sheogorath. Go. Greetings, emissary. We await your command. Are you... Very good, emissary. With your help, we will rid Cylon of the Mazkin once and for all. Orioles, the cleansing of Cylon begins now! Follow me! Down with the Mazkin!
Follow me!
For the Mad God!
Oh.
For the Mad God! Eta Oriole! For the Mad God! Eta Mad God! For the Mad God! Mad God! Death to the Maskin, for the glory of Sheogorath. Orioles, follow me! For the Mad God! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath! Kneel before the saints. Eta Oriole! Kneel before the saints. Eta Oriole! For Sheogorath! My son.
Eta Oriole!
Kill the Maskin! Beware! Kneel before the saints.
Kneel before the saints! For Sheogorath!
Kneel before the saints.
For Sheogorath!
Kneel before the saints. For Sheogorath! Eta Oriole! Kill the Maskin! My soul for Sheogorath!
For the Mad God! Maskin!
Eta Oriole!
For Sheogorath!
For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints. For Sheogorath!
For the Mad God! For the Mad God!
For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints. Kneel before the saints. Kneel before the saints.
Eta Maskin!
Kneel before the
For
saints!
Sheogorath! Maskin!
Orioles, follow me!
For Sheogorath! Maskin!
Kneel. Kneel. For the net. For the net. Eta Oriole. For the net god. Eta Oriole. For the net god.
Maskin!
Eta Oriole. Kneel before the saints. Eta Oriole! For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints! Kneel before the saints! Victory is ours. I have already selected a candidate for the honor of kindling the altar of rapture. I will now claim the honor of victory for myself, here on the altar of despair. Not at all. It was an honor to carry out such an agreeable duty at the personal command of Lord Sheogorath's personal emissary. Now, it is my even greater honor to die in my lord's service. Farewell. Speak quickly. Go. Speak, citizen. Speak, citizen.
You've brought it. The holy flame of Agnon, the fire of inspiration and rapture. If you light the great torch on the mania side of the Sacellum, you will be a hero to the people of Bliss, I assure you. You should know that in addition to the adulation of the people of Bliss, there is also a more earthly reward. The hero who lights the great torch for Mania is traditionally awarded the raiment of Arden Sul. Not that this should influence your choice at all. Now, what do you say? Do not think about it. Dream about it. Let your mind soar on flights of fancy. I know you will choose well in the end.
You burn with the purging fire of Agnon, the flame of truth, the flickering beacon of hope in the gloom of despond. Come, light the great torch for dementia. Illuminate the conspiracies, deepen the shadows. The people of Crucible await their hero. Yes, let your mind worry at the problem. Let fear and dismay over making the wrong choice sink their talons deep into your brain.
So, you've decided to light the torch for Mania? I knew I saw the glint of true mania in your eyes, my child. Go now, and let the holy flame inspire the people of Bliss to new heights of madness.
Aye.
Have to watch for those scalons. I hear they carry disease.
I've heard there are a number of diseases they carry. See you later. Another sheep returns to the flock. Aren't you off to a good start? That's important. For me. Really, your work is going to save me a lot of time. The Grey March is upon us. and the ordering begins. Armies of order sweep my realm. Death, destruction. Then I have to pick up the pieces. And there are always lots of pieces. I don't like it, having to rebuild my realm every era. Sometimes I forget where things go, like New Sheoth. I can never remember where it belongs. You'll change that. Break the cycle. You'll stop Jigalag, and I'll have my realm to come back to. I've never actually tried that before. Why not? Something has to work. Once, I dug a pit and filled it with clouds. Or was it clowns? It doesn't matter, it didn't slow him down. To be honest, it wasn't the best idea. And it really began to smell. Must have been clowns. Clouds don't smell bad. They taste of butter. And tears. But this is all new. A fresh idea. Something I hadn't thought of. Until I did. It's sure to work, even though it might not. Now, you'll need the respect of my citizens. They'll need a leader, someone to look up to when I'm gone. They're the backbone of any great land. Except where the backbone is an actual backbone. Ever been to Malakoth's realm? Oh, nasty stuff. But back to the business at hand. You'll need to control one of the carts of madness. Replace a current duke, or duchess, whichever. That will command respect. The people will rally around you. You'll have their love, their admiration, their complaints, whatever, as long as it keeps them on our side. No. No. Absolutely not. Well, yes, absolutely. Bit of a shame for them. But sometimes you need to break a few eggs. Or skulls. There are rules, though, even in the Isles. Rituals and rules. You need to follow them. Speak to Arctis and Dervenin, the High Priest at the Sacellum Arden Sul. They can explain what needs to be done. And you've always got our man Haskell to call on for help. Faithful, like a good hound, that one. And he looks better in a suit. It's already started, but you might be able to stop it. We're making you into a leader the people can trust. Someone to look up to. Someone to blame. Once I'm gone, things usually get bad quickly. Lots of defections, lots of carnage, but with you at the helm, things will be different. This time, I'll beat him. I can't stand losing, and I don't mind cheating. Ta, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
Greetings.
The workers in Felmore aren't too happy with Sindonwe.
She works the other residents pretty hard.
Greetings. You've already... Take care.